Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to my presentation. My name is Stu Brackney, your presenter today. And as my bio says, I am born in Florida, raised in Pennsylvania, and I am a member of the Phoenix Astronomical Society, a veteran, Captain Airborne Infantry, but today we're going to be talking about your neighborhood. And by the way, the captain of this celebrity cruise ship, the Solstice, interesting name, isn't it? Because solstice, summer solstice, winter solstice, longest day of the summer, longest day of the winter. We're going to be talking about that big blanket above us, our neighborhood. No. I will not be putting on a little sweater, and I won't be changing my shoes like Mr. Rogers and putting on some slippers, but I will be using my super duper laser to point out objects on the screen that will help you identify some of your neighbors. So let's get started. First of all, let's start. I had one rule of thumb. And the rule of thumb is this. In order for me to get through all of this information for you in a good short period of time, hold your questions until the end. Meet me in the lobby in the back, and I will try to answer your questions. And if I can't get them, I'll get your name and number, and I will research them for you. Deal? Okay. By the way, anybody in the audience, an astronomer? Now, most people say, no, but I own a telescope, so I'll try that. Anybody have a telescope, and do they use it? Yes, sir. Where are you looking at the stars? Northern Maine. Beautiful. A lot of dark skies up there. And you, madam, where? Canada. My wife and I went up to Churchill, and we saw some beautiful night skies with the aurora borealis. You're probably a very spoiled star watcher. Okay, the universe. The universe is everything big, and it's so big that people are now starting to say, Stu, guess what? We think there might be two universes. How can that be? One universe like this, and then the next one next to it, and then there might be a third one. Holy cow, but we're not going to worry about the universe. We're going to be worried about our solar system. Now, in the universe as we know it, it's got these packets of stars, lots of stars, and they're called, top secret information, galaxies. We live in one of those galaxies. There are billions of galaxies out there. We live in one of them, and it's called the Milky Way. We live in a little arm of the Milky Way. Remember when you went to the carnival, you saw one of these spin wheels on the end of a stick when you blow it? Well, one of those little spin wheel frames, if you will, is an arm of the Milky Way where we live. And we live in a solar system that we will talk about now. Okay, almost 1 trillion stars, by the way, in the Milky Way. Here we go. The big guy. People ask, what's the closest star to planet Earth? And people say, Alpha Centauri. And that's a trick question because these two people with telescopes know the closest star to Mother Earth is, push button Stu, and there she is, the sun. Yes, the sun is a star, stars are suns. In fact, those 9 trillion stars are suns in the galaxy commonly known again as the Milky Way. The sun's about 93 million miles away from us. Takes about 8.5 minutes for that light to hit planet Earth. Couple words of warning, our telescope operators already know this. You never look at the sun. Never, right? Even during eclipses, you got to put on glasses and everything. With your cameras and your telescopes, you've got to have a protective film frame in front of that lens so that you do not ruin the camera or you do not ruin the telescope. Right, guys? Okay. Very bright, but Mr. Sun gives us light, gives us heat, and also sends radioactive particles and waves coming our way. Whoa, we have problems. If we didn't have 120 miles of atmosphere, and if we didn't have the electromagnetic field around planet Earth, we would be dead. Dead. So what happens is that electromagnetic field and also our 120-mile atmosphere protects us from those particles, except once in a while. Top secret information again. Once in a while, old sun, Mother Sun, the El Sol, as they say, she will burp and send a huge, strong, powerful solar wave our way. And it will make it through some of the electromagnetic protection and the particles in our atmosphere and wipe out some electrical devices on planet Earth. This is when you hear of, it looks like an electric storm cut out electricity in the entire Northeast, or radio stations go down, or TV stations go down. That's what Mother Sun can do to us. Now, Miss Sun, if you will, has neighbors, and her closest neighbor is a guy by the name of Mercury. Now, I used to run track. I was slow, so they told me to run cross country, but Mercury, man, the Romans said he's a fast guy, so they gave him fleet of foot. He goes around the sun in 88 days. We on Earth take 365. 88 days. Now, Mercury does not have any atmosphere. And by that I mean it doesn't have that 120-mile atmosphere that we have around protecting us. So, Mercury gets real hot and then it gets real cold. Night and day, hot and cold, hot and cold, hot and cold. Smaller planet than Earth, but he has another neighbor. Between Mercury and us is Venus. Now, Venus is called the morning star or the evening star because you can normally see her low on the horizon in the morning and low on the horizon at night. Interesting thing about Venus, the goddess of love. The Romans said, what a beautiful sight. I can't believe, what do we call her? Venus. But don't let that light fool you. Venus has an atmosphere. High pressure, disgusting, has clouds. And those clouds rain sulfuric acid. So, when the sun beats down on Venus, the heat goes through the clouds while it's raining sulfuric acid in this super duper weird pressure area, and it doesn't escape because it has this greenhouse effect. The clouds keep the heat inside the planet, and man, it is hot. So, stay away from Venus. Our next planet, you're going to love it. It's home. Home. Now, one of the best pictures I'm going to show you of the Earth was taken by an Apollo mission on the moon. Take a look.